This is the all-new 2019 5th generation Hyundai Accent. This particular model is the 1.4GL. It is the cheapest automatic variant. Is it worth its 798,000 peso price tag? Let's find out. The previous generation of the Accent was one of the most aggressively styled subcompact cars in its segment. It had plenty of aggressive cuts and creases. This generation styling is mostly more subdued. Gone are the prominent upswept creases along the sides of the vehicle. It's replaced by this more subtle crease that runs straight from the front to the back of the vehicle. I like the new front end. It looks more aggressive. The car features Hyundai's new hexagonal grille. The headlights look very sharp. The creases where the headlights meet the grille give the illusion that the car has furrowed brows. It's a pretty aggressive look. It looks a bit angrier compared to the last model. This variant comes with 15-inch steel wheels with plastic hubcaps. It has disc brakes at the front and drum brakes at the back. Overall, the new Accent looks more sophisticated and more mature compared to the previous model, which looked younger and more sporty. But the front has enough attitude to it that it doesn't look boring. Looks are subjective, so whether the design is good or not would depend on who's looking at it. While it's not as avant-garde as the previous generation, I still think that this is a good looking vehicle for the price. The interior of the Accent feels a lot more spacious compared to the previous model. It is almost as spacious as the old Elantra. Most of the surfaces are made of hard plastics, but this is a low-cost vehicle, so that should be expected. Since this is a lower-end model, the features are relatively sparse. The entertainment system is pretty basic for this variant. It comes with a radio with a 3.8-inch display. It doesn't have Bluetooth, but it has aux and it has USB. On the steering wheel, you have a button for resetting the trip meter, as well as a button for selecting trips, but no buttons for the stereo. The car has power windows for all 4 doors. The side mirrors can be electronically tilted, but they're not power folding. There is no start-stop button. You start the car by using a physical key. While the features are sparse, it is the same for most cars in this segment and in this price range. The higher end models will come out later this year and should be packed with more features. Like the car's exterior, the new interior also is more conservatively designed. The new dashboard has straighter lines compared to the previous model. The entire top of the dashboard almost appears flat. It appears as though Hyundai is veering away from the overly styled designs of their previous models and going for a more simple and more conservative look, both on the inside and the outside. Headroom and knee room are decent if you're under 5'10". Over that, and your head will brush against the roof. The new Accent is a bigger car compared to the previous model. It is wider and it's also longer than the previous generation. You can clearly see the size difference on the outside. On the inside, it also feels more spacious now. It also has a stiffer chassis. Trunk space is 13.7 cubic feet. This particular variant is powered by a 1.4-liter engine that produces 100 horsepower and 132 Newton meters of torque. It is slightly less powerful than the previous generation's engine, but it's more fuel efficient. The engine is coupled to a 6-speed automatic transmission. There will also be a 1.6-liter diesel variant, which will produce 123 horsepower. Currently, only the 1.4-liter is available. The diesel variants will be released in the coming months. Considering that this is an entry-level sedan with a small 1.4-liter engine, the performance was not too bad. It is by no means fast, but you don't really buy the car for its performance. You buy it for its efficiency. Hyundai claims that this new model is up to 7% more fuel efficient than the outgoing model. The driving experience was pretty normal. Since this is a near base model car, I set my expectations accordingly. For the price, the ride quality was decent, sound insulation was decent, the power was just enough. One thing that stood out was that the steering was pretty light compared to the competition. The new Accent has a motor-driven power steering system. I think the Accent is a pretty decent car for the price. You get good styling, pretty good interior space, good fuel economy. If I had 700,000 plus to spend on a car, this would be a pretty good candidate. Its main competitor would be the very popular Vios. I'll do a review of that car soon, so subscribe and watch out for it. Currently, Hyundai only has 4 variants available for the Accent. The 1.4GL manual with airbags, 1.4GL manual without airbags, 1.4GL automatic with airbags, and 1.4GL automatic with dual airbags. I would highly recommend that you spend the extra money to get the variants with airbags. The diesel variant will come out in a few months and should be better appointed than this model. This variant is currently selling for 798,000 pesos, but according to Hyundai, there will be significant discounts. Anyway, thanks to Hyundai Commonwealth for letting me film the all-new 2019 Hyundai Accent. You can reach them at the contact details posted on the description.